This man nervously ordered the other man to open his mouth. To everyone's surprise, he turned out to be a normal human, not mutated. Just as the crowd lowered their guard, the man suddenly snatched away his weapon. The man shut his eyes tightly, bracing for death, but instead, the other man turned his head, staring intensely into the distance. The next second, the man handed the gun back to him. Seeing the puzzled expressions on everyone's faces, he quickly opened the trunk and pulled out a large stash of weapons, distributing them to everyone present. Even the pregnant woman was given a handgun. He said a fierce battle was coming, and they better get inside the building immediately. Though the crowd was still full of doubt, they followed the man and took shelter indoors. It turned out that just a few hours earlier, a strange old woman had come into this rest stop restaurant. She ordered a raw steak. The pregnant waitress was just a few seconds late in serving the dish, and the old woman began cursing the baby in her womb. The vicious curse instantly drew everyone's attention. The waitress was furious. Seeing that the woman already had one foot in the grave, she decided not to argue and turned to walk away. But the old woman got even more aggressive, her mouth still spewing insults non-stop. At that moment, the waitress's husband couldn't take it anymore and stepped forward to confront her. In the next second, the old woman opened a bloody mouth full of sharp fangs and bit the man to death in one swift motion. Everyone was instantly horrified. Old Black threw a frying pan at her, but the old woman was completely unharmed. She even crawled up to the ceiling in a bizarre, unnatural pose. At the critical moment, a staff member grabbed a gun and finally took out the terrifying old woman. Afterwards, the group prepared to flee the area, but midway through their escape, they were shocked to discover that dark clouds suddenly gathered ahead. It wasn't until they got closer that they realized these weren't clouds at all, but swarms of flies. In an instant, the entire vehicle was covered in them. With no other choice, they returned to the restaurant. But just then, they saw someone driving a car toward them. Because of the earlier incident with the old woman, they needed to make sure this man was normal, which led to the opening scene. Jack told everyone to hide inside and use dining tables to block the windows. Even with these precautions, Jack remained on high alert. Weapon in hand, ice fixed outside. The next second, the restaurant's power failed. Realizing something was wrong, Jack told the women to stay indoors while he led the men up to the rooftop. As they carefully scanned the surroundings, Old Black suddenly heard a strange noise. As it grew louder and closer, they realized it was an ice cream truck. Jack immediately ordered everyone to prepare for battle.